There are many reasons for insomnia, and in some cases, you'd like to see a sleep specialist. But the first place to start is in the bedroom and rethinking our bedtime rituals. It's important to address what thoughts may be keeping you awake.
I know what's keeping me awake tonight.
There are things you can try to help you relax, such as taking deep breaths, meditation or prayer, or even keeping a gratitude journal. If there's a list of to-dos that swirls through your head every night, try writing them down to get them on paper and out of your head. By trying these simple changes, your sleep will be more fulfilling, and you can reduce the risk of weight gain, unnecessary stress, and improve your overall health. So try these things and see how you feel tomorrow.
What?
Together forever. Let's do it together. Together forever. Can we do it?
Thanks. Welcome, everyone. I guess we have a few new people here, so just a quick intro. This is the Rocky Mountain Inventors. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, been around since '78 in a lot of different forms for that period of time. We're an educational group, not trying to sell you anything. We're basically here to help people transition from product to business. I mean, and all that entails, because that's always the issue with inventors is, how to turn their product into something that might even make them some money and start recovering costs, and who knows, maybe even make profit. You're super lucky. Anyway, we meet here, same place, second and fourth Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Throughout the year, and then we do special meetings and training with the Denver Public Library on search, CAD work, 3D printing. They have some labs there. We also work with the Denver Patent Office on basic intellectual property training, search training, and things like that. They come and present here about once a quarter. And they run classes on, various things, say trademark or basic patents, about once a month. Unfortunately, they run them like during the day and during office hours. So sometimes it's tough for people like attend a noon meeting on Tuesdays or something. But it's always no charge, even though the parking's expensive down there. Anyway, just one word of caution. If you have an idea or anything you haven't already publicly disclosed and you're not patent pending, be sure to still keep it secret so you preserve your legal trade secret status on that, okay, for the time being, and you don't start your disclosure clock. Anyway, we usually start out with a round robin. Everyone take about a minute, introduce yourself and what you've got going on. So I guess I'll just pass the mic around and we'll go from there.
I'm Carmel Lozano. I just came the first time 2 weeks ago, and I've invented some things. I entered an inventors contest, became a finalist, didn't do anything, but then I've always got this in the back of my mind and recently researched some ideas. Well, you know what? It was 10 years ago when I had a bunch of prototypes, and I dragged those things out again. I thought, you know what? I could tweak these. I could have done something with them because they said they were patentable, and but I didn't. So yeah, since 2 weeks ago, I've been a very busy girl, and I've been, it's just great to get the ideas going, and I'm presenting. There's another thing for work that I've been presenting to a manufacturer that we're in relationship with. So, but I think it's a really great idea for his technology, but I don't know if it make me any money. But, really? No. I know. Yeah, I want to know everything. Yeah. So, and I did, just because I had a slide somewhere this week, got Entrepreneur magazine, and they had a big article about Whammo, the toy manufacturer, making a comeback, and they're really open for ideas. And unsolicited and everything. There you go. It is.
Hi, my name is Steve Patterson, and I've been doing product development for 35 years, maybe, and mostly for other people. They come to me with an idea, and I produce, do some research on the internet, and then maybe go as far as producing a proof of concept device. Been doing for others, mostly. I'm here because I know it comes as a terrible shock, but I've invented something myself, and I want to be able to protect it and be able to promote it, but I intend to go into manufacturing of it. That's a minefield, and I'm not really very well equipped with it, and I need help. And that's where I've joined. I don't think this is licensable. Right. Right. Well, that's what and it's a device that I think just about any pickup truck owner could use.
Yes, I'm Paul Moran, and this is my sidekick, Carolyn Ball. We've developed a fire retardant material that makes wood non-combustible on its own. Roger has done a fantastic job of getting it through the patent office. Now it's up to me to find somebody to get it on the market. That's the biggest challenge than Roger presented. But right. If they would have had our product in there, that would not have happened. But that's really, Roger, small fire compared to some of them across the nation in the last 5 years. Well, yes, and there's nobody seems to care about or even be aware that there are fire prevention ways, and we come up with one that's extremely economical. I don't know how many square feet's in that building down there, but basically on a apartment complex, we could fire retard that whole building. That would withstand 1,100 degrees for 5 minutes minimum. We've tested it for up to 10 minutes. That take the source away from it, and the flame went out in less than 3 seconds. So it's a fabulous product. But we're going to find somebody to put it on the market for us, and then, as Roger says, we'll get some money coming back the other way. That'll be nice. And yes, and that's, Carol Ann always reminds me that it is extremely earth-friendly, non-toxic, non-caustic. If you fell in a vat of it, all you'd have to do is take a shower and you'd be fine. If you drank a cup of it, all you'd have to do is wait for the diarrhea to stop. Which would, I don't know. Well, that's what we're here for tonight, to find out what we can do here. But we're excited about it, and we're anticipating the patent number to be issued in the next, sometime this month, probably. And that's in Katie bar the door. Okay,
I'm Roberto Rusquena. I'm a patent agent. I'm registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I'm the U.S. correspondent of few Italian law firms, so I do the filing and prosecution of U.S. patent application.
My name's Steve. This is my first time here. I'm in manufacturing, erosion control products for home builders, apartment complexes, commercial builders, things like that. The Small Business Development Center recommended that I stop by here. I don't really think of myself as an inventor. No, I didn't. It hadn't crossed my mind until the people at the SBDC started calling me one. Because I don't make new products. The products I make already exist. I just find different and better ways to make them. So I've got designs for machines, and I know how they work, but some of them are just a little bit beyond my capacity to build.
I'm James Cook, and I have just an idea that I've been working on, continually refining it and finding out that it's not working out the way I wanted it to, so I just keep coming and trying to pick up what I can from these meetings. No, I don't have a prototype. I kind of played around and tried to build something for myself, but it's not like what I would ultimately hope to do.
Anyway, with that, I guess I'll turn it over to Anthony. This is Anthony Prichard. He's present. I think this is like the fourth time, easily. So he is our social media and video, YouTube, especially guru. And there's, he comes every 6 to 12 months because there's, always new things going on, new ways to do things. And so it's an excellent way to promote yourself and your product. So I'll turn over to Anthony.
Okay, how about that? Yeah? Can you hear me? Cool. Okay. Turn that one off then. Yeah, good job on that. Okay. Roger did a great job of introducing me. I'm an inventor myself. I came here and I learned what was possible. And at the time, I was just teaching the video piece, just with the smartphone. But it became increasingly challenging for me to find a way to mount my smartphone. And because I have a background in construction and making things with my hands, and I just kept ordering things until I found something that worked for me. And this works great because it's fast. When I'm making a video, I don't want to take a lot of time, so this can clamp to just about anything. And I did get protected about a year ago in May, so I'm coming up on my first round to go to a non-provisional. There's a chair in every room, and this allows me to bring it up to eye level, and that's what you need to do when you're making a video, is have the camera. It'll go 4 feet. Maybe if you stuck your arm out that extra foot. So it's got 9 adjustment points, and it's very fast. And that's what I wanted compared to a tripod that was very big and bulky at the bottom and not as mobile. So this will fit in the suitcase, the backpack, the briefcase. I actually have a bag for it as well. I looked to custom manufacture a bag, but somebody was already selling a bag that they had manufactured for less than I could manufacture it for, so I just bought theirs. He's actually an entrepreneur himself. He has this thing called the Pack Pod, and it's a tripod that's metal, and it can clamp onto things, kind of like a grappling hook. And so if I get up to 100 units at a time, he will put my logo on there. But for now, it's got his, and so it's an Adventure Pack Pod bag. that goes with my mobile studio stick, which is the smallest, fully comprehensive, most affordable video production studio in the world. It comes with a light. The light is here, and this clamps on your phone. Where's my phone? Got a lot of things up here. So it'll clamp over the phone's lens. That. Then it's got 3 different settings to light up my face in a dark setting. It also comes with a microphone. That is the number one biggest problem in recording video with your smartphone, is that the audio is not good. So I include this simple lavalier microphone, and it just goes into the 1/8" audio port. Sorry, Apple users, you've got to use your dongle. But when that's in there, I've always got reliable sound. If you ask any sound guy about the quality of a microphone, he'll say the proximity to the sound source is more important than the quality of the microphone. So this is always designed to be right there. There's no batteries, so it's always going to work. And all of a sudden, you never have an excuse not to make a video. And the best time to make a video, if you're a leader, if you're a communicator, if you're an organization, the best time to make a video is when the idea comes to your head. That's when the idea is the freshest, and it's when it's going to make the best human connection with other people. My background is in sales, and I recognized early on that business does not get done until a sale is made. And my job was to go around 30 times a day, talk to the business owner about his phone and internet service, because Quest was becoming deregulated back in 2002. And I had just graduated college, and I knew I was going into sales, so figured I'd just go swim with the sharks and see how long I could stay afloat. But that industry burned me out pretty quick. Then I found myself in construction and remodeling, and I created a video one day. Does anybody recognize this? This is called FlipCam. Yeah. First time you could record HD video in your hand. And it's called a flip cam. Because you just plug it into your laptop like that. And so there I was, looking at this thing that my parents gave me for Christmas, thinking, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm not an actor. I'm not going to remember these lines. I'm just going to screw it up. What am I going to say? And you know when you ask yourself that question enough times, eventually the answer comes to you. And it just hit me like, the one thing I don't have to think about is walking through a house. I do it 6 times a day for an investor or a subcontractor to say what things would cost, or, you know, what needs to be done. And so I thought, well, I want more investors to see this, because the more investors I have, the more jobs I can do. So that's who I'm talking to. So I just said, hi, I'm standing in front of this house that my clients just purchased for $270,000. It's in the DU neighborhood. This was 10 years ago, remember? And they were going to invest $70,000 in improvements to hopefully to sell it for $415,000. So that'll be a nice little profit. But as you can see on the outside here, the siding is really outdated. It's like from the 60s, you can tell. And then inside here, you know, we're taking the cabinets down and we're priming the drywall and we're putting in the trim. And oh, this is Jesus in the hallway. Jesus, make a video here. Would you like to tell the people who are at home what you're doing there? He said, oh, Anthony, yes, man. I've got this 12-inch travertine tile. It's going in a pinwheel pattern. I got the bone grout. We're going to polish it. We're going to seal it. You're going to love it, man. I was like, what? Oh man, that was great. Thanks, Javier. And I knew I had something that was entertaining and educational. And that's really what people like. And I was just being myself, and I gave the viewer a really good example of what it's like to work. And that's what a sale is. It's a relationship built on trust. And when I could just be myself, they could make a split-second decision. Okay, is that a guy I think I can work with or not? And people buy, from people, most conveniently, that live next to them. This is this subconscious law of attraction that happens. We have our mechanic that lives close to us, our attorney, our accountant, our grocery store, we just subconsciously know that it's going to be more convenient for both parties if we work with somebody who's close to us. So if you can make this work for somebody in the city you live in, the state you live in, the nation you live in, or the continent you live on, or even the globe, we truly do live in a global marketplace. And this is a formula for you to use to test it out on your product. So whatever your most profitable keyword is, that's going to be the title of your video. And it's going to show up on the first page of Google. If you just copy what I do the same thing that I'm going to do here in front of you, demonstrate this. It's 3 parts. The first part is ranking it on the first page of Google. Now, Marie Forleo says that there are hundreds, maybe thousands of people out there looking for the service you have. But if they can't find you, then you're really doing them a huge disservice because they have no other choice but to go with your competition. And your competition can't do what you do. Only you can do that. So with a show of hands, can I see everyone who used Google in the last 24 hours? Let the record be known, everybody uses Google. So if you're not on Google, then you don't exist. So how are you going to get on Google? Let's take a look. Roger wants to be on Google for the best inventors meeting. So meeting for inventors in Denver, Colorado. Well, he's already first on the list on the map here, so he's claimed his free Google Maps listing. He's got the meetup, right? And gosh, we made 2 of these videos in the last 2 years for some keyword pertaining to inventors. So I think it was like Inventors Club. So there we are again. Oh, and there are the videos right there. Group for Inventors in Denver and Inventors Club in Denver. So this is the power you have. You get to put a video on the first page of Google. And do you notice anything different about these listings compared to these other text-based listings? The green ones are ads. Yes, they are. Oh, that one's not an ad. But this one down here is an ad. And usually those are at the top. You're right. See this green? Yeah, that means it's an ad. So what else do you notice different about these listings compared to these ones here? Yeah, picture. And how many words does a picture say? And if a picture says 1,000 words, a video says 50,000 words or more. So how powerful would it be for you and your business if you were on the first page of Google for your most valuable keyword? First of all, how do you find your most valuable keyword? You ask yourself 2 questions. Who has the most amount of money and highest demand for what I do? And where do they live? So here's a good example of that keyword for this, this business owner here. She treats people who are searching for So here she is. She's got her video on the first page of Google. She has a business. She thinks, you know what? I think my profitable persona, I think that lady lives in Evergreen. So I said, okay, let's just make a video just for women in Evergreen who are searching for natural treatments for depression. And you can tell the video is just a minute and a half. So, probably got time, a minute and a half to hear what she has to say, right? The rule is, if somebody's never met you, or they don't know what you do, they are not willing to give you more than a minute of their time to hear what you have to say. So your first touch with them, your first introduction needs to be very quick and courteous, time courteous, and to the point. So it's very pretty and feminine, and it's just designed for women. Here's another example. Yep, this one I did. Diva Curl Salon, Denver. Now, I don't have curly hair and I'm not a woman. But if I did have curly hair and I was a woman, I would know about the Diva Curl. The Diva Curl is a special type of hair treatment that is just for girls with curly hair. And this particular business had the most, realized that his most profitable keyword was Diva Curl Salon Denver. So now he's the only one on the first page of Google, the Diva Curl Salon video. And this one's a little bit longer, but you'll see how this specifically cutting out this person is valuable process for you.
With my curly hair, I don't mess around. I get the Diva Curl.
Because of the shape of curly hair, it tends to have threads.
So that particular video took second place for the best low-cost advertising campaign in the United States. He doubled the number of clients that he had coming in from 6 a week to 14 a week. He went from 4 days a week to 6 days a week at like 600 a day to 800 a day. So he really doubled his business inside of 1 month with one video because he was able to target in Cherry Creek just women who made above 30% average household income in a 2-mile radius. So that's the effect it can have for you. And I'm combining organic with paid strategies. So if you've got some time to stick around, I might run a little late, but I'm going to go through the basic reason why you should double down on your video business investment. I'm going to show you how to edit with your smartphone easily for very low cost. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to advertise on AdWords, which is Google's biggest product. How many people knew that Google made $200 billion last year? 90% of that money came from one product, AdWords. And that's what you saw earlier, was those green ads on the first page of Google. Because businesses know how valuable it is to be there. And, you know, they figured out the internet 17 years ago on the campus of Stanford University, in the center of the Silicon Valley. They said if we can give people what they want, they'll keep coming back to us. That's why everybody raised your hand, because you know you can get instant gratification when you go there. They give you what you want. So we have to take a cue from these guys, and we have to give our clients what they want. And statistics say that most people want video. They want to see. They're going to have a better experience when they're communicated with using video. Just more dynamic. So that is that. But here's my agenda, including the advertising piece, which is the third piece. That is my certification through Google, and I took tests that really didn't help me learn how to use the dashboard, the AdWords dashboard, this $1 billion dashboard. But it is a way that they sort of regulate who gets their leadership and knowledge, pass it down to them. You pass a few Google certification tests, and then they give you all their teaching tools on how to learn to use AdWords. So why spend your time and invest your time in video? Well, because these statistics show that in 2019, internet video traffic will account for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. And the average user spends 88% more time on a website that has video compared to a website without video. So if you think about it as a sequence, somebody sees your 1-minute video that you target. You target somebody who makes above 10% average household income and who's interested in investing in Colorado. Let's say that's your target. And they go to your website. Well, after they've already seen a 1-minute website, now they're ready to see a little bit longer video on the website, maybe 2 minutes. And in the 2 minutes, you get to communicate with them the opportunity that's available to them. You know, the first one's like, what does it do? How's it interesting? The second one is the sales video. It's, well, this is how you can get involved, video. And the third step in this funnel, this video marketing funnel, is that they engage with you deeper. They call you, or they give you their email, and they say, let's talk about it, or let's take the next step. Or some realtors, will give them a free pre-qualification, or they'll give them a list of, a map that they've drawn of their neighborhood with all the best restaurants and that kind of thing. So this is a way to engage with people who've never met you before by a relationship that you've designed using a couple short videos. So hopefully you see that because video has the ability to communicate 80% better than print, text, or audio, and because it uses body language, which those other forms do not, then I say, why waste your time on anything else if video is the most effective? It's also a great teaching tool because you're using all three forms of learning: video, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Seth Godin said that communication is the transfer of emotion. He also said that companies who use their smartphone better than their competitors will thrive in the new year because of its ability to be all places everywhere instantly. You can take a video, you can upload it to YouTube, and then everybody in the world with one of these devices can see your video. They can hear your message. And that's the biggest thing I learned in sales, you guys, was that I didn't always make a sale when I knocked on a door. In fact, most of the time I got kicked out, like on my Easter. But when I ran into somebody else who was a lot like me, who was an athletically built, single father, was entrepreneurial, was quick on his feet, was a risk taker, we got along great. And that transaction felt like I was helping a brother or a friend. And that's what these videos allow you to do. Be in front of thousands of people and only be interested in the ones that you build trust with the fastest. This is how my position as a sales representative transferred to a video marketer. And I don't think there's any other video producers or there's any other advertising agencies that understand this as well as I do. And that's why I wrote the book that I brought with me. I don't know where it went. Here it is. 3 simple steps to selling on YouTube for business. So this is basically a sheet of the presentation that I'm giving you here today. It's designed to give to your assistant so that you can just make the videos and someone else can put them up on YouTube for you on the first page of Google. So if you had one valuable keyword on the first page of Google, well, wouldn't it be great to have 2 valuable keywords on the first page of Google? Yes, and if it only took you 30 minutes a week to make a 1-minute video, how many keywords could you rank on the first page for? 52. So 52 weeks in a year? You could do that too. You can make them all at the same time, but make them short. So there are 4 reasons that you haven't made a video yet. Because everyone's told you already that smart businesses are making videos. And there are 4 main reasons that people don't make a video. The fear of the equipment, the fear of the technology, the cost, the judgment. How much equipment do you need? And where are you going to put it? And then how long are you going to give yourself to learn how to use this equipment? Because people go to college for 4 years to learn to produce video. Do you know that Forbes produced a report of the top 5 least valuable college degrees? one of them was video production. Because how hard is it? Click a button to record, right? Anybody can produce a video. So then how much cost? You know, these prima donna divas cost a lot of money to help you make a video. So all their agents and these big production crews. Where do you start? What kind of budget do you set aside to do this? And then worst of all, judgment. What are people going to say? And the thing that I learned when I picked out my most profitable persona was that I was only making a video for one person, myself. Because if I liked watching it, then the person that I built trust with the fastest would probably also like it too. And so if some other person came at me and said, I didn't like the way you were blah, 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 or this, that, I said, you know what? I didn't make it for you. Just pass on. That video is not for you, honey. No, don't disable the content. Definitely not. I think the comments show the world's real reaction out there, and it shows that you're paying attention and you're monitoring. Even if they have something negative to say, there's a professional way of handling it. Even to the point where you maybe let them comment too many times before you warn them that you'll be removing it if they continue, because that's interesting and that's compelling, and anybody else who might be considering it would be following along. And this is part of the story. In marketing, controversy is king. Isn't it? So let controversy happen. Yes. That's right. They go against the mold, don't they? Right. So this is a Venn diagram of the previous visual of the video production industry. And you could only have two of these three things in Hollywood. You could have it good and fast, but it was not going to be cheap. You could have it cheap and good. You've seen a documentary, like an independent film, but it was not fast. And so it can be fast and cheap, but it's never going to be good. In my model, I've figured out how to do all three of these in one video. Did you notice the difference between the natural treatments to anxiety video and the hair salon video? Did you notice any difference there between those two? One of them was in a studio. The other one was not in a video studio. Hardly made any difference to you on how well it communicated that message, did it? The first one spent $500 more. The second one just used a smartphone. And it didn't make a darn bit of difference in the message that was clearly communicated, or the money that it generated. So I say, before you spend any money on a professional video production, prove it to yourself that you're a good video communicator for free. A smartphone. Well, so I mean, you can get phones now with the stabilized lens. So that's all this needs. And I've tried those gimbals too. Oh, I'm doing it like this. Sure. Can do this. Right. And the gimbals, again, you've got batteries and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. This is quick and fast, and it does the trick. So that's why I invented it. So what tools are you going to need? The first ones I say are Google Photos and Google Drive, because this phone only has so much storage capacity. As soon as you download these two free apps, all of your images and video files get saved to the cloud instantly. And then you can transfer those files to Google Drive into separate folders organized for different videos that you have. And it's available from any appliance. From this, or from this, or I can log on to Rogers and I can get to it in the cloud from any device. The other tools are these smartphone video editor tools. So I'm going to show you how to use these video editors. One of them I like the most. And I was using these other free video editors, but I kept referring to the paid one. So, I mean, this one turns a 3-hour process into 3 minutes. These other free ones are a little bit limiting. But I just figure that's worth $10 a month. If I do a video a week, it's $250 a video. And if it saves me 3 hours of time, oh my God, it's definitely worth it. So the equipment, this is all you need. It comes with 4K camera capabilities. It's got a stabilizing lens, like I said. And now with good, I've got a Samsung 7, but the 7, the 8, or the 9 will have the stabilizing capabilities. A lens stabilizer. Oh yeah, those have stabilizing lenses too. 7, the 8, and the 9 do. And yes, you don't have to spend a dime to do this. It might take you a little longer, but if you're determined to do it for free, you definitely can. That's how I started. I was so determined to prove that it could be done for free that I intentionally set out to do it for free. And the last one is the worst one. Usually it's the judgment. And it's really, how much do you believe in the product you're making, that you're spending time investing your energy and your ingenuity into? That should be the impetus enough to take hold of this video process and do it for yourself. This is a little example of how I think corporations are going to be changing in the near future. This CEO has a responsibility to communicate internally and externally to people that have never heard of his service or product before. So he can, if he pays everybody $25 an hour and he tells them to be on the Monday morning meeting, he's got $200 an hour sitting in that room listening to his message. But if he makes a video on Sunday, just of the most important things, he sends it out Sunday night and he says, watch this video before Monday so we can get going as soon as we get in the door. He just saved $200 or more. Not to count the staff, if they learn how to make videos, they can promote themselves by creating training videos for what they do so that the people they do them for can just watch the video and they don't have to do it over and over again. And now they can do more important things and promote themselves. So I really feel like video on the internet is the most powerful business tool on earth, and it's my mission to prove that every day. This is a solution for realtors. I mainly focus my training on groups of realtors because they seem to be the most interested in this strategy because it's so geographically focused as well. It works well with their practice of farming a neighborhood. If they are known as the authority in their little center of the world, They go to all the neighborhood meetings. They go to the city council meetings. They know all the construction development that's going on in that neighborhood. They're going to be looked to as the realtor of choice in that neighborhood. And they can all practice the same strategy without running into one another or competing with one another. So it's a great tool for people who are selling things. Now, what I learned in sales also was that it's the same effort to sell a hand drill that it is to sell a yacht. It's a relationship. If you're going to sell somebody a DeWalt, they've got a few other choices out there. Why are they going to choose DeWalt? Well, DeWalt has to put out brand messages as to why they're the better tool. And then the yacht salesman has to go to the golf club and spend all that time building relationships with country club members because they're the only ones that can afford a yacht. The same amount of time and effort goes into any relationship. So I say if you're going to spend any time in sales, might as well pick the thing with the biggest ticket item because that's how you're going to get compensated. So the first step is researching your title. There are some tools out there that can help you research your title. Most likely, you know your industry better than anyone else. So you probably already know what your most competitive keyword is, and I invite you to write it down somewhere right now. Next is the storyboard structure. This is something you're going to want to maybe take a picture of or write down as well, because it's very important. When I create my videos, I start with this storyboard. This is what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. And you'll notice from the videos that I've shown you earlier, they all follow this structure. I derived this from my background in sales. When I would make 30 cold calls a day, I had 5 seconds to tell somebody what I was about, and if I didn't, they were going to hang up on me. So it's the same thing in a video. Why is somebody going to want to watch the video? You better tell them right away if that video is for them. And then tell them if it's not for them, too. Because you're going to earn their trust, and they're going to be more likely to watch a video of yours in the future if you tell them when it's not for them. And it's really easy to do that. Kelly said, "Are you looking for natural treatments for anxiety or depression?" Who else was there? Oh, the Diva Curl, I don't mess around. So unless you're cued into what a Diva Curl is, you're not going to watch that. Get creative with the hook and tell people who it's for and who it's not for. Next is the brand placement. That's where you graphically animate your brand or your logo. And this is something you put in every video. So you invest in that animation once, and then you use it in every video in the future, because Marketing 101 teaches us that people don't trust who you are or what you do until they've seen your brand 7 to 9 times. So you've got to do a good job of hitting the right people over and over again before they're like, oh yeah, okay. Right, I've been meaning to do that. Now that pain that I had is so great, I might as well give these guys a call. The animation? Yeah, I'll show you how to do that. The USO, the unique service offering. You hear too many people start off their video with, "My name is," or "I'm going to talk about." And the video is not about the person on camera. It's about the viewer. So that's why you wait until the end, until you've earned it, to say your name and who you are. I've got another good example of this. Coffee shops in Englewood, Colorado. Now, this happens to be a more competitive keyword than I was able to rank for. Apparently, the YouTube guy doesn't have any Google spider points when it comes to coffee shops, because I didn't get on the first page of Google. But if you toggle over here to the video tab, you'll see that I am on the first page at the top of the list in the videos tab. So if you click on this video, it'll become relevant here in a minute. You'll see, first of all, 385 views. So that's pretty good in 1 year's time, because this has been up since, I think, October of 06, maybe? Yeah, October 06. 300 views, almost a view a day. The reason this one did so well is because I put a thumbnail over here on the right-hand side. Now, this is free advertising that that YouTube is giving you. It says, I think you're going to like this video, and I think you're going to like this video and this video. Well, if my video has a nice thumbnail, then it's going to perform like better than if it just had a clip out of the video like this. So you want to take advantage of the free advertising that YouTube's giving you by creating a graphic that goes on this cover of the video. And then here's an example of the video. Let's see if I can play it. Javier, right? Just like the tile setter. That puppy, I was willing to let it come into the camera frame, because everybody likes puppies. And then, I got my daughter. She's like, Dad, really? Do you have to make videos? And then, I go through here, and then I come across this place right here. Okay, so this place says Alpine Coffee Roastery. It's on a map. It's listed under coffee shop. So I can either take a view of that experience, showing up here and not finding a place to drink coffee, or find you a really sweet place, bring you a cup of chai. Let's check it out. Oh, look. They got a curry over here. They give me free coffee. I'm going for the receptionist. I just found out that this is not a coffee shop. Sorry, this is a roastery. So save yourself a trip. Can't really buy a cup of coffee, but it's wholesale to grocery stores and roasteries, brew houses, etc. So there you go, coffee fans. There's a quick tour of coffee shops near Inglewood, Colorado. And if you're wondering, who is this guy, Anthony, who's taking me on a tour of coffee shops near Inglewood? Well, I'm a certified Google partner and YouTube specialist. So there it is. I earned the right to say who I was and what I did, because I gave value first. And all the most successful businesses these days are using free to fee marketing. Netflix gives you your first month free. Uber gives you your first weekend free of rides. Google will give you a free Gmail account. Amazon will give you percentage off, 50% off your sale when you get their credit card. These kinds of things. Free to fee marketing works. You offer something for free in the beginning, and then you give them a good experience, and just like Google gives you a good experience, you're going to come back. Same with your customers, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, yeah, exactly. So that is the USO, the unique service offering. It's what you do, and it's how you do it differently than anyone else. And you only earn the right to do that until you point out the reason for it. Then it's the call to action. After they've received value, they're more inclined to do what you ask them to do. And if you offer more free value, they're more inclined to take you up on your offer. So maybe your offer is, I'd like to buy you lunch. If you're an investor, I'd like to buy you lunch. Let's talk about it. Serious investors only. So you can customize this to any industry, really. We went over the tools. Here's the indexing strategy. So you'll see when I upload the video to YouTube, I make sure that the keyword that I'm focusing on is in the title, it's in the description, and it's in the meta tag. And you'll see what I've done here. This is an example. Here's the snippet. Here's the first 2 lines. It's kind of a summary. Then over here is a longer description. Some people still believe that they can get more information by reading instead of watching a video. So you have to give those people what they want. You have to tell them everything that's in the video here in the longer description. Then you have to put in your name, address, and phone number. This is called the NAP, or the citation. This particular sequence of numbers and characters exists in many different locations throughout the internet, in directories. So when you show Google that your video is related to all those other listings out there on the internet, then it recognizes your video as something very credible and resourceful. So you've got all your links on social media here, Roger. Facebook, Meetup, our YouTube channel. Then we've got other YouTube videos that we've got. And those are most likely to play next. You know that YouTube auto-plays or auto-suggests videos for you to play next? It will most likely take these videos that you've put inside your description to play next. So put those videos in there. And then just other resources for the same keyword. So let's say, sir, yours was fire retardant liquid? Yeah. So let's type in fire retardant liquid. And see what comes up. It's got some people here that have some products. 205 bucks, 22 bucks, 325 bucks. Oh, looks like a nice price tag on that product you got going there. And yeah. Oh, there is somebody that made a video. But it's called How to Make a Fireproof Application. It's not made fire retardant liquid. So if you made a video with the fire retardant liquid keyword, then you would knock this guy out off of there. But currently he's got a little how-to video right there. And no ads either. So those, you want to take these unbiased links. See, here's biz journals. I'm not putting any competitors in here, but I'm taking the URL for this. Wikipedia. Google recognizes Wikipedia as a high value result. So if I was to copy this and put it in my video description right here as a resource, then Google would see Wikipedia resource as very highly popular and relevant. So then it's the hashtag strategy. I don't know if you guys know much about hashtagging, but it's a separate type of indexing. And you could hashtag Rocky Mountain Inventors with any of your social media posts, images, group photos, or videos. Then you use a hashtag tool to bring up every time anybody's ever used that particular hashtag. So pick a few of those and put them in there. Now it's the exciting time. Now it's time to make the video. And this video, we've got to come up with a keyword. What do you think is another valuable keyword for the Rocky Mountain Inventors Club? Something that somebody might type in that this group would be a good result for. Patents, trade right. In Denver. Now let's see what we got. We got the office. Interesting that nobody's ever left a review, and they've never claimed their business directory listing. We got startup law, Colorado IP law, Colorado patent trademark. Okay, we could probably do something here. I don't think it looks too complicated. Yes, it is key. At least at first when you're starting out. It's not necessary, and I have had people that go after national type keywords or global type keywords. But I say when you're first starting out, start local. So I'm just going to use this light to help me with the situation. And then I'll put the video right there. Okay, so let me open up my script, right? Here we go. So, are you somebody that's doing your research on trademarks, copyrights, and patents, trademarks, and copyrights? That's the hook. I'm going to go and use my screen as a... I don't think I need my... Well, it's kind of echoey in here, so maybe I'll use this. There we go. That's pretty good. Well, you know what? That reminds me, I gotta turn this on airplane mode. Didn't like that. Yeah. Yep, turn it on. I think I want to, I want to do this here. Oh, it's backwards, though. Do that. Yes. This is really interesting. Okay, let's give this a try. Are you somebody who's looking for patents, trademarks, and copyrights in Denver, Colorado? I think that'll work. Here's the first one. Okay, now, just assume the brand placement part. And then the next part is problems. Problems people have. So, what I'll do is here, let me extend this out, sit with you guys. Right. The real problem is you've got a good idea, but you don't want to be fleeced. The red tape. Navigate through the red tape. Right. Or the things about, being business that you don't know yet. I love it. Okay. And we're rolling. In 3, 2. The real problem is that you don't know how to navigate through all the, oops. Press record there. The real problem is that you don't know how to navigate through all that red tape, and you're just not sure how to bring the business together to work for you. All right, now it's the unique service offering, and this is where I'm going to be the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors. All right. Yes. Yep, that's it. Okay. Here we go. And in 3. Hi, my name is Anthony Prichard, and today I'm the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm teaching a class on best practices for video marketing for these inventors. They've got a different class here every 2 weeks on resources that you can use if you're an inventor. So if you are doing your research right now on copyrights, trademarks, and copyrights, this would be a great group for you to check out and find other inventors like yourself. So I included the call to action in that one too. If you're an inventor, come check it out. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make that logo, that animated logo. And I'm going to use a tool called Screen Mirror to do it. So Screen Mirror is an app that's on my phone. And I'm going to open it up. It's the little red one. You can find it on the Play Store or the Apple Store. It's called Screen Mirror. And I'm going to go to screenmirrorapp.com. See that little pixel thing? If I go like this, it's going to enable, I got to go out of plane mode. I was in plane mode, so I got to turn plane mode off. The phone has to be on the same Wi-Fi signal as the computer. See T-Mobile broadband, checking connection, internet may not be available. Connected, okay. So now I'll press that button again. Oops. Huh? Okay, so now it captured that thing, and now you can see my phone on the big screen. So I'll just go open that like this. And now this is great if you're going to teach anybody how to use an app on your smartphone. Remember, Jeffrey Gitomer said companies who use this better than their competitors will thrive. Well, that means everybody in the company needs to know how to use this tool. The one, it's called Legend. It's in the upper right-hand corner right here. Legend. And later. You want to take your file and you want to take your logo and you want to animate it, you can go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. You've got a file or logo made, send them the logo and they'll animate the logo. But if you've just got some words that you want to animate, like Pat, what did you say our keyword was? Our keywords again? Yeah, patents, trademarks, and copyrights. There it is. Copy rights, copyright. There we go. So we press the done button and I press the play. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back. Patents, trademarks, and copyrights. I just typed it in. And now I'm going to press play. And it's going to come up with different ways of animating that word. So I can go over here and maybe I want to do this framed one. Patents, trademarks, and copyright. Yeah, I like that. I like the black and white too. I can change different colors if I want to, but those are a little goofy. Kind of just like that pure black and white. White one. This one's gray and just a little goofy. Yeah, I'm going to go back to black and white. And I'm going to press the the download button right here. And that's going to give me a video that I can use in the video I'm making. So, you know, I just took videos, but it will use photos too. So maybe I'll take a photo of like the sign-in desk and I can use it in the video. Okay. Oh yeah, good idea. You could see all that on the screen? Okay, I'm back. All right, and I've entered the second phase of my presentation. So I'm going to put this to my other shirt because our presentation's always about the shirt you wear. Didn't go so well, but okay. So Magisto is the app I'm going to use. It's right there. And Magisto, remember again, is $10 a month. I just press this plus button here at the bottom, right there. And I got that photo, that one, this, this. Okay. So now the editing style, I can change from any one of these themes that I want to, and I think I'll take this indie one's pretty good. So find a music to go with it. That one's pretty good. You know, it takes 3 years to go to audio engineering school, and this does it like in 2 taps of the button. It turns the volume up when I'm not talking, it turns the volume down when I'm talking, and it integrates with the transitions. It's really great. I like it. Electro pop, Raj. So I add a title. Look. Yeah. Looking for patent info? Question mark? Yes. The purchase price was $400 million. It's now worth $400 billion. Not the same for Yahoo search. Okay, so yeah, this is me editing the video. I just selected my clips, I selected my theme, I selected my music, I typed in the title, and in 3 minutes, it's going to pump out a video. Yeah, we wait 3 minutes. In that time that we're waiting, I'm going to give you a recipe for, I changed my shirt. For the most valuable thing on any website. Does anybody know what it is? It's a video. It's a type of video. It's a testimonial. Because right before somebody buys something, they have to make a risk assessment. Is it worth my money? Am I going to have a good experience? And it's going to be easier for them to make that decision if they hear somebody who they believe just went through the same exact thing that they're about to go through. But whenever you ask somebody for a video testimonial, what happens? Their shoulders start to crawl inside their ear holes. And they say, what do I say? And that's when you can stab them with this card. This card has a great 3-step formula that helps anyone to give a great 1-minute testimonial. And it's called the testimonial sandwich. And the first step is the first piece of bread. Who, what, and where. My name is Anthony Prichard. I'm the spokesperson for the Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm here at one of their weekly meetings. Who, what, and where. The two, it's the experience. Well, I've really found that this is a great resource for me. I like to come up with ideas and then evaluate if I should spend my time developing the idea, and I've found that this is a great resource to help me make that decision. And the third step, the other piece of bread, is the call to action. What am I going to do next, or what do I think other people should do next? So I say, I come here once a month. I think you should too. Something like that. So the trick on this one is that givers gain. The more you give somebody a video testimonial, the more likely it is you're going to get a video testimonial, because you're going to see how easy it is. And you're going to see how much they enjoyed getting the video testimonial. Even if they don't put it on their website because they don't understand, they are going to love that video testimonial. And it took you like 2 minutes to record it and to send it to them through Google Drive. You're going to see how much of a difference you made to them. The video's here. Okay, so we can watch it on my phone, or we can watch it on the laptop version of Magisto. And so let's see what it looks like over here. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to keep turning this on.
Are you somebody who's looking for patents, trademarks, and copyrights in Denver, Colorado?
You and I above the city lights.
Well, the problem is you've got a good idea, but you don't know how to execute all of the things that are needed.
The red tape. Navigate through the red tape.
Navigate through the red tape. It's just plain business. There are things about being in business that you don't know yet.
Or the things about, being business that you don't know yet. I love it. Okay. And we're rolling in. The real problem is that you don't know how to navigate through all that red tape, and you're just not sure how to bring the business together to work for you. Hi, my name is Anthony Prichard, and today I'm the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm teaching a class on best practices for video marketing for these inventors. They've got a different class here every 2 weeks on resources that you can use if you're an inventor. So if you are doing your research right now on copyrights, trademarks, and copyrights, this would be a great group for you to check out.
Patents, trademarks, and copyrights.
Find other inventors like yourself.
So let's edit it, right? Yep. Right.
There was a kind of commercial part, right?
Right, right.
We're probably waiting
Hi, my name is Anthony. Today I'm the spokesperson for...
Trimming this.
Today I'm the spokesperson. My name is Anthony Prichard, and today...
I said hi.
Hi, my name is Anthony Prichard, and today I'm the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm teaching a class on best practices for video marketing for these inventors. They've got a different class here every 2 weeks on resources that you can use if you're an inventor. So if you are doing your research right now on copyrights, trademarks,
Maybe I can get it cut off. And then add in the call to action so I don't take copyright strikes. Okay, so that's how quick the editing is too. And you can do the editing on the laptop or on the phone. I do a lot of my editing while I'm watching my daughter. What? Magisto. It costs $10 a month. Yeah. I mean, if it does save you 3 hours, you'll be happy to pay. The first time it might not. It does take a little time to get used to, but just like anything. They do it. They do update an awful lot. I've been using it for 3 years, and I'm a Magisto certified partner. So this be coming up here. No, they don't pay me. I pay them actually. Yeah, so if you're somebody brand new using Magisto, you would look for somebody experienced to help you use Magisto better, kind of like a certified Magisto partner. I charge, yep.
are you somebody who's looking for patents, trademarks, and copyrights in Denver, Colorado?
I could trim the end of that off.
You and I above the city lights.
The real problem is that you don't know how to navigate through all that red tape, and you're just not sure how to bring the business together to work for you.
Trim that one too.
My name is Anthony Prichard, and today I'm the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm teaching a class on best practices for video marketing for these inventors. They've got a different class here every 2 weeks on resources that you can use if you're an inventor. So if you are doing your research right now on copyrights, trademarks.
Got it. All right, so check this out. I'm going to go back to the phone and edit on my phone. I know, right?
Are you?
Yep. Better lighting. So I'm going to trim the end of this one. Oh, it can't. Won't let me trim that. So I'm going to delete this one. Then I'm going to add that one. Oops. Sorry about that. Where is it? This one. Now I can trim that at the end. Right there. Okay, so that's in there. Let's see if I can trim this one. I think I need to. No, I can't trim
You don't know how to navigate.
that one untrimmed. What about this
Hi.
one? Oh, that
My
one's
name is Anthony.
good. Okay. So this one. Oh, and I need the animation too.
And for you to check out. This would be a great group for you to check out and find other inventors like yourself.
All right, we got that one, and then we've got the animation. That goes in there. There. So that's uploading. And then we'll upload it. We'll download it to my laptop and then upload it to YouTube. Or I can upload it straight from my phone too if I want. So I'll open up YouTube, let's see. There's lots of these accounts, so I gotta jump back into mine. This one. And this is where I'll upload the video. First, preview. The volume. Forget that it mutes your clips when you bring it in. And I needed text in there too. So a little fiddling around. Just a little.
In Denver, Colorado?
Oh, that might be too much. Okay, so we got that. I think that's all we needed to do there. Oh, this one doesn't have volume either.
And
Need that. Yeah, that should be faster.
are you somebody who's looking for patents, trademarks, and copyrights in Denver, Colorado? Is that you don't know how to navigate through all that red tape, and you're just not sure how to bring the business together to work for you. Hi, my name is Anthony Prichard, and
That one wasn't trimmed right either.
hi, is that you don't real problem is that you don't know how to navigate.
Can be a little bit of a chore to get it right, but it's still a lot easier than the other way, where you just know what the answer is, and it's going to be looking at a big book that's this thick to find the answer. It's just a little bit more intuitive. That actually uses artificial intelligence, or AI, which is facial recognition, voice recognition, and motion detection to automatically stitch together the video clips and the image clips. And it will actually recognize when you take a collection of photos and videos in one place, one geography, let's say like at a graduation or a birthday party, and it will automatically put together a video for you when it recognizes your behavior. So, you know, if you're at your niece's birthday and you took a picture of her, the cake and the presents.
Someone who's looking for patents, trademarks, and copyrights in Denver, Colorado. The real problem is that you don't know how to navigate through all that red tape, and you're just not sure how to bring the business together to work for you. Hi, my name is Anthony Prichard, and today I'm the spokesperson for Rocky Mountain Inventors Association. I'm teaching a class on best practices for video marketing for these inventors. They've got a different class here every 2 weeks on resources that you can use if you're an inventor. So if you are doing your research right now on copyright trademark, this would be a great group for you to check out and find other inventors like yourself.
All right, got a movie, huh? Something we can use.
Someone who's looking for patents, trademark.
What's that? Right. No. No. Okay, so does some pretty neat things, but I just need that video, and it's telling me some of my original advice footage is on my phone, so it's a bit more difficult for it to get the HD version of the video. And then it'll just download to my computer, and I can upload it to YouTube. I can use that indexing that we created. In fact, I can do that right now if we change the title of this to copyrights or patents. Copyrights, trademark. Denver, Colorado. And then down here I can just say, oh, this is the same thing. All right, and then we're just going to upload this to here. Now this is the indexing tool. This is the title. This is where I'm going to write this in. And I'm going to copy and paste the description. Put it in here. I'm going to take out these auto-populated keywords. I'm going to type in go advanced settings. This is under education. This is standard YouTube license. Recording date is today. Content has never aired on U.S. television. And publish. That thing's ready to go. It's on YouTube now. And copyrights in Denver, Colorado? We already saw it though. So now, let's do the proof of concept. Let's go over here to my other Google account and let's type in patents, trademark, and copyright in Denver. So here we have some ads. These law firms might be spending hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars a month to pay money to Google AdWords to be on the first page. And oh, it doesn't look like we made it. Or the indexing hasn't happened yet. Usually it happens in 3 minutes. But we may have gone after a keyword that was just a bit too competitive. Yeah. Yeah. It's the keyword itself is too competitive. There's already many people buying up ad space. Yeah. Oh wait, there we go. It happened. Let's try it. On the videos tab, let's try the alt tab. So it took a minute. It took a minute to happen. Hey, there we are. All right. Hey. So that's the organic method. Mm-hmm. All right, so now I'm going to make an ad on AdWords. This is the third piece. Oh, I'm in the wrong Google account. Go back here. Paid ad. Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube that you can skip after 5 seconds? That's a paid ad. And you can target gender, you can target age, you can target a geography, and you can target average household income level and behavior. So it's a valuable tool to learn. AdWords. They're very similar. I've noticed that I pay less on YouTube than I do on Facebook for quality video views. I don't know why. It seems to. Oh, that's not on there. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Seven. Okay, so here's the $200 billion a year dashboard. It's called AdWords, and the biggest, most recognizable button on here is the campaign button. And this is all the different products that Google has. It's got shopping, it's got video, it's got the display network, and it's got the search network. This is paper. This is where you buy keywords, and you pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. So let's say you typed in flowers. You may show up in the results, but you don't pay anything unless somebody clicks on your ad. Shopping is fire retardant. When we typed in fire retardant, it showed us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of products. Video is what we're doing. The display network is like when you put a banner on ESPN.com website. Maybe you go and you go to the Weather Channel to see the radar. And in the right-hand side or the left-hand column is ad space. That's the display network. And you can get your graphics. It's kind of like that sign out from the front of the door. You can put that on the side of a website, a popular website. But here's the video tab. And I'm going to call this I think I'm going to use a different video because I'm actually going to spend money on this video. So the video is called 1 Minute Business Videos in Denver, Colorado. So I uploaded this to my YouTube channel a couple days ago. And here it is.
You better show me some BTS for your SOL. This is the year that you get better at video as a group. 99% of business owners today don't have a good enough education when it comes to business video. Without a good understanding of video.
Yeah.
Cooperative company culture. Have you ever wished you could clone yourself? I've heard so many of you tell me already that you don't have the time or energy to make your own videos. But what if you could make videos in 30 minutes or less? My name is Prichard. I'm a certified Google partner and a YouTube specialist. I want to show you how to transform your business with 1-minute videos because I have evidence that video on the internet is the most powerful business tool on earth. It's a 1-minute video revolution.
Okay, so that's a real life example that I want to create. So I'm going to call this campaign 1 minute. I'm going to do this in a 5-mile radius to men above 20% average household income. I'm going to do these as in-stream ads. My daily budget's going to be $5. I'm going to click off the display network. I'm going to put in my address, and I'll just put in radius targeting around Denver. I'm going to move this down to 5. 5 to start. That's good. Almost down to me. Yeah. Okay, and then on the delivery, I only want people to see this once a day. And if they see it, then I only want them to see it once a week. Well, more because I want more of a reach. I don't want to waste my money on people watching the same video over and over again. Right. All right, so then I just put in the URL right here. And this is an in-stream. Oh no, if they wanted to go there, search for it and find it again, they could watch it. But it's only going to display it to them once a week if they've watched it. No, it's the first 5 seconds. See what it looks like? You can skip that ad after 5 seconds. So you actually pay nothing if they skip your ad. You only pay if they passively do nothing and they watch it 30 seconds or more. You're interested in what they're watching. So that's a good filter right there. Compared to direct mail, that's 90 cents a piece, and 90% of it goes into the trash, you got to pay for all that misdirected mail. This, you're only paying when somebody's actually interested in what they're watching, which I love.
How long does it take to figure it
Well, under 30 seconds, that's for sure. No. Maximum cost per view I'm going to put as 0.09, but I know they're all going to fall under there. So here's where it gets real interesting when I start to pick the demographics. Who's going to build trust with me the fastest? That's what I'm thinking. Who has the most amount of money and the biggest demand for what I do? Well, based on what I know, I'm thinking somebody 35 to 45 is probably a great fit for me. Probably a parent, not a parent, doesn't really matter, but makes above, the top 20% of the income bracket. I know that's not easy to see there, but I'm really only spending money on somebody who has money to spend. And I like those parameters. Now I can narrow it even further to people that just type in a keyword. This would be great for people, if you're going globally and there's just a few people in the world that type in this particular keyword. Well, then you can claim that keyword here. Placements, you can pick other YouTube videos and you can say, I want my video to play on top of that video. I want somebody who's into business and industrial. I want somebody who's real estate. I like realtors to know who I am. Words travel. All right, so now I'm gonna say those are the topics I want done. Here's the interests I want. I'm gonna go back to sales. I want a sales team to see this. Avid investors. There's a category for you guys. Lifestyle and hobbies. Media and entertainment. News and politics. Fitness. Technology. Social media enthusiasts, maybe. Alright, so I didn't see anything that specifically resonated with my project right there, so I'll just save that. It's telling me the average cost per view is 2 cents. And now I'll just sit back and wait for it to produce for me. So let me show you an example of I got a sleep clinic, I got a dentist, I got a massage location, I got a yoga studio. This is the newest one, the yoga studio video. So that was the one that was queued up here actually, right before I typed in. No, this is a similar ad that I did for a yoga studio. And you're gonna see the video, and then you're gonna see the results of the video from when I launched it 2 weeks ago. Okay? So imagine this is the ad that comes up. There's a little 5-second, you can skip button to the right of it, right up here. Okay?
Are you searching for a new yoga practice for you and your family in Golden, Colorado?
Okay, that's their 1-minute video. Trying to navigate back to the video. Okay. So let's take a look at this video and how it's broken down. They're getting about 400 views a day over the last week. Let's go the last 14 days. Their daily budget was $10 a day, yeah. So they just ran it for 2 weeks. You can see they just turned it off. And they got 3,800 views. Those are 30-second views. And the total spent here was $103.65. Yeah, that's right. They got 10 clicks. 10 people actually clicked on the video. So that's people that went to the website. But I bet they got more organic searches right after somebody saw the video too. So those aren't counted here. But let's now go see who watched the video here. Video targeting. All right, now you're going to get to see people aged 25 to 34. Their view rate was 53%. So more than 1 out of 2 people watched it when they, or didn't skip it, which is really high. Most people skip those videos. But because this was so perfectly targeted, 1 out of 2 watched it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to hit the jackpot when I give her the report this month and say, hey, do you want to run that again? She's going to say, yeah. She hasn't seen it yet. She's just been picking up the phone saying, sure, come on in. Okay, so you see how it died off here from 45 to 55? You got a lower view number with this age group. Just maybe fewer users in that age group. Okay, right. So the older age got a fewer numbers of views. We only played this to females. We didn't play this to males. And so 5,435 impressions. So out of 5,000 people that saw the 5-second video, 2,382 actually watched it past 30 seconds. Okay, let's go over here. Parental status. Looks like it's pretty even. The non-parents was impressed with it more, but viewed it less. Parents saw it more and viewed it more. Probably has like Roger and Julie. Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's the real interesting one. Income levels, right? You've got nobody, we didn't waste any money on anybody that made below 60%. You know, the 50% and the lower than the 50%, we turned it off. So only people 40% and above were shown this video. And out of that number, the people from 31 to 40% viewed it the most. The people from 21 to 30% viewed it the second most, and the top 10%, no, income level. How do they know how much income you make? It's right. What? Right. Right. Okay, so let's go into her back end of her YouTube channel and take a look at the analytics for that video. We used a custom thumbnail for her video. You can see that there. Here is the analytics. Here's the overview. This is really interesting. And, you know, you see the big boost because we paid for that. But here's interesting. Audience retention. So this is where you can see when people...
Are you searching for a new yoga practice for you and your family in Golden, Colorado?
So right there is 5 seconds. That's when they first have the ability to leave and skip away. You can see there's a pretty big jump, but a certain number of people hold on until right about here, and then it drops lower. So let's see what happens right here, which may cause them to not want to watch anymore.
Have you been told to start taking yoga classes, but you don't know where to start? Or large classes intimidate you?
Right there. They know exactly what this is, and they chose not to watch anymore. So it's like, into yoga or not? Well, if they're not, well then just keep going, because we don't want to deal with you anyways, because you're probably never going to buy from us anyways. Get out of here before I have to pay for you. Right? For some reason, people do it for an hour.
It's my dream to take Golden Yoga and Healing Arts as a place for every age and every body.
Oh, and the blue line represents organic traffic, so people that found it by typing in yoga classes. And the green one is all the paid traffic. Well, this is the average retention rate, so like we're going up here. Because most, yeah. So that's a really interesting one. Watch time. So if you count up, I love this. I really love this because if I'm in sales and it takes me an hour to make 6 phone calls or 7 phone calls, then I can make, 70 phone calls a day, maybe. Well, this report right here says that in the United States, we had like 3,000 minutes or more of watch time. Almost 4,000 minutes of watch time. What's 4,000 divided by 60 minutes? 65 hours collectively. People were sitting there listening to you and what you do and what you're all about. Think about that. That's you influencing a large number of people. And it's like digging for gold, We make a video, we see if it hits the mark. If it does, people do what we want them to do, and our numbers go up. We increase sales. If it wasn't quite on the mark, we readjust, we make another video, we go after a different profitable persona or avatar. This is marketing speak for the person we're trying to talk to. And pretty soon, you can have an account that looks like I'm going to take you to the massage location. Because they get somebody in the front door, it's a $100 massage. Person comes back 6 to 12 times a year, that's $600 to $1,000 in revenue. And if it costs, let's say, here's all our campaigns, right? This is a pay-per-click campaign. Only 81 cents per click. And they realize that out of 4 people that come to the website, 1 person is coming in. Then it's like under $4 to get $100. And then the next time it's pure profit. This is a great way to grow a business. Now this is brick and mortar business, not an online business or an invention where we're seeking investors or licensee people. But we can see how the raw numbers works in our favor. So that is the spectrum of video marketing on the internet today. And it really empowers almost anybody with a business. And it shows you how to increase the scale of your business. That may help your idea that you've got in your head be more successful. So that's my presentation. I know I went a little bit over, but I wanted to cover the advertising piece, which I usually do not do. But I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it was. So those are just organic. When your videos come into the front page of Google. Right. That's not part of this. Yeah, that's separate. Yeah. Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. Well, it's not going to happen if you don't get on video. Yeah. I've known some bands or some popular famous people that when they first publish their video, they will pay to increase the numbers because they don't like a video that doesn't have any views. It's like bad for their persona or their brand. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. So here's my website. /shop. So this is my my website's broken. Not good. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I can show you. Here's the video that I have on my website. Step up and use more than your hand. And you're ready for more than a flimsy selfie stick? Animated logo. That's what I invented. Remote Studio Stick. Simply put, Remote Studio Stick helps anyone to make a video 10 times easier. I use it with DaVinci stuff to help me make a video every day.
So I went shopping for tripods, and I was looking around online, and there were so many that were a little out of my budget. So then I remembered Anthony Prichard
It's $197 on my website, but I give it to you for $175 at my presentations. Comes with the book and the case that has the light and the microphone. So, mine has audio operation, so I can just tell it to record video, and it'll start recording. I think that's what happened when you were asking me questions about the video. It started recording video. The book's $50. And you might say, geez, Anthony, that's a pretty thin book for 50 bucks, but it's not really what you pay, it's what you get, which is the sales cycle. And if it helps you make a new sale, if it helps you sell a house, it's definitely worth it. And it's my life's work. 10 years of work put into this. So I feel fair offering it at that price. Yeah. Yeah, really, a lot of, as effective, for sure. There are production houses that charge $2,500 at their most basic level. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, you didn't get. Maybe you didn't get any views or advertising for that money either. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I kind of broke the mold with my smartphone video marketing. 3 years ago, people were laughing at me for making business videos. They said it would never resonate with their brand or their, clients that they were after, but I think it works today. I mean, I know it does. I've proved that it works. Yeah. Use your smartphone. It's a great way to start without having to spend a lot of money. So, yes, it's $175, and it comes with this bag, and it's everything you need to make a video. So, thanks for having me again, Roger. I appreciate it. And I'll be back again next year, probably.